soon as I get home from work. Mm-hmm. Your faithful lover. Hey, y'all. It is your Empress Divine, Miss Tasha Turner herself. Welcome to Queendom Come. Torai. How y'all doing? Torai. That's the plural of Taurus. Torai. I ain't heard nobody else using that. So if you hear somebody else using that, that's my shit. Okay? Mine. Did y'all see that? That little thing that was going around on social media. This person did the little faces, the little colorful heads talking for each of the signs. And they got the Taurus and they were like, mine. It was so funny. Y'all some stingy mother something. Oh, I love Taurus. I do. I love y'all. How have y'all been? I hope good. February came and went so quickly. So we're here to see what March has in store for Tauri, for the Taurus, in you. Whether you're a Taurus sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, if you have placements in the second house, hella placements, a hella packed second house, a Taurus dominant, or you can even be a Taurus cross watcher or a cross watcher for Taurus. We're trying to see what's up. We're going to see what's good. Asking the goddess guidance first. And as always, we channel divine wisdom, infinite intelligence to see how we can win under these energies. The energies that you have for you in March. Let's see how you can win. Goddess guidance. We have boundaries. In past life. Those boundaries say love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. Ain't that a word? I don't feel like Taurus gonna have a problem with that. I don't feel like you'll have a problem with that. But you know what? Like all jokes aside, um, it may seem like Taurus doesn't have problems with that, but you do. You do. Trust me, I know enough Tauruses and dominant Tauri in my life to know this. You have a problem with boundaries. You do. Push comes to shove. I'm not gonna say you're gonna necessarily let somebody throw you under the bus or take something from you when you know that it's rightfully yours. But it's like after a person has kind of weaseled their way into your heart, you start to relax your standards and those boundaries become blurred lines. And you start to allow things that you would not necessarily allow if you were in your right mind, per se. And I feel like with this energy here, you may be in March. I would hope that you are just um, putting yourself first, not in the way that is stingy or that is selfish or that is self-serving, but in the way that is making sure that you preserve your energy for those things and for those people who deserve it, and not giving so much of your willpower and your life force to people who have shown you that they are not really for you time and time again. Okay. Then we have the past life card here that says this situation involves your past life memories. So we could be dealing with something from your past life. And I don't, not like the esoteric past life. I mean like now, in this lifetime. But it's a part of your past so much that so much has changed since those events transpired or since you were with this person that it's just a mere memory now. And so much has changed to the point where if there was not, let's say you dealt with somebody and you have a child with this person, so much has changed since you were with that person that if it wasn't for the child being evidence that the connection happened, you could probably just say that it never happened. You know what I mean? You can just be like, oh, I don't know that person. I don't know him or I don't know her. But because there's a child that came out of it, Okay, you have to admit that there was something that happened in the past. That's what I'm getting with this past life reading. If it's not, like a real child, it could be you were with someone and y'all owned a home together. Now y'all both have gone your separate ways, and but for the existence of the mortgage loan on that house, there's no other connections or ties to you and that person. So in some way, it's like something from a life that you no longer participate in, that you don't even live anymore. It's like you've grown and changed so much since then. There's really nothing that holds you back into that past life but this one thing, whether it be a child or a mortgage, or even photo memories, or people who keep bringing up the past. It could be somebody like in your family or in the other person's family who they keep trying to put y'all two back together, or or persuade you to move back into a situation that you have evolved out of. That's where the boundaries is going to come in, whether it be the person that you used to be with who keeps impeding or imposing on your new life, or people around you who keep trying to remind you of your old life, or who keep bringing up or throwing up your old life in your face. You're going to have to be like, you know what, chill. You're gonna have to put those boundaries up and let them know that that's not what I'm on anymore. I'm not on that type of time, and I don't have time for you to keep talking about this person. I don't have time for you to keep trying to get into my life, because I've evolved from where I used to be. I don't want that anymore. That's over. You won't. Basically, you have to close a door. If you still have, like financial responsibilities, or connections or ties to this person, like I said, a child or something, then that's you're gonna have to do it in a way that you meet your responsibilities, but they don't take anything more from you than what it is that you know that you should be giving. And that's gonna be up to you to determine what you should be giving, because can't nobody say what you should or shouldn't do. Everybody can talk about what's right and what's wrong, but there is no right and there is no wrong. There only is what is. So you're gonna have to, talk to your inner consciousness, and speak with your intuition and your own inner self to determine what you feel is right or wrong, and what moves you need to make in this situation, and stop letting other people, or especially a person from your past that you've evolved away from, you have to stop letting them get in your head and hold you back from the life that you want to live now. So, ooh, it's a word. Is a word. It's the energy of like things being revived, but also you trying to birth something new. Mm, very interesting dynamic, Torah. Let's see what the tarot has for you. Maybe we can get some more clarity on the situation. Taurus, March 2019. With all of its beautiful portals and um, chances to move through time at an accelerated pace. You have the opportunity to make large and long strides in your life and to get far. Far. Let's see what's going on. Taurus, March 2019. Taurus, March 2019. Tarot for Taurus, March 2019. I have the Three of Staffs, Queen of Staffs, King of Swords, Ten of Staffs, Three of Cups, Two of Swords, Two of Cups, Six of Cups, Ten of Cups, the Tower, Ten of Swords, Seven of Cups. Taurus, you want somebody. You want somebody. This ain't something. You want somebody. But it's like you have distractions. You have distractions from somebody who still wants you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of love being poured in opposite directions in this reading. There's somebody who still wants you, they still feel for you. And I'm going to go through each and every card and put them up here so you can see it. But right now, I'm just going over what I seen and what I felt when I was putting out the cards. Somebody wants you, you no longer want them. They want to monopolize your time. They want to make it where it's so hard for you to move forward that you can't help but continue to come back to them. It seems like so far you have been handling it in a not so proactive way. It's like you react to the things that they're doing, but you are not putting your will forth or putting those boundaries up so strongly as to say, I don't want you, I want somebody else. Or I don't want this type of relationship. I want a different type of relationship that I know that you cannot give me. I feel like you're trying to tiptoe around their feelings, which is honorable. It's respectable to an extent. But when it gets to the point where they start just drawing on your energy and just like kind of beating you down and messing up your chances, it's almost like a cock blocking energy. Like somebody is blocking you from moving forward into the love that you want, you know that you deserve, and you know that you desire. And it seems like you've been letting it happen. But I feel like in March, starting today, this being the beginning portal, the portal spitting you back out brand new on the 30th. So between the 3rd and the 30th of March, I feel like there's going to be an accelerated movement. Hence the tower card that we have down here. There's going to be an accelerated movement. And we have these two tens here. And we have a 10 up here with the 10 of staff. So you have three tens. Look at that. 3 times 10 equals 30. Tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. 3 times 10 equals 30. So we're going to have some completions here. It's kicking off with a three of staffs. And then we have a 3 of cups right up underneath it. I'm gonna need you to pay attention to this stuff in March. I'm gonna need you to get a hold of these things in March. It could be flattering, to start off. It could have been flattering. I really feel like maybe you were flattered by it at first. This person, pulling on your time and not wanting you to move forward, but it's getting to the point where it's toxic. It needs to end because it's becoming a distraction. And I do feel like you've come into contact with somebody that you have a real connection with, Taurus. And it's like all of a sudden it was like, okay, well, I don't want you anymore. But no, you've allowed this person to keep pining away over you and to keep, stepping out of place. It's like maybe you left this person years ago, and every person that you've been with since then, they come with that tripping, they come with that bullshit. And maybe because you didn't have such a pure, intimate connection with whoever you were dealing with at the time, you let it happen because you were kind of flattered by it. Um, uh, but I think now you've come into contact with somebody that you really want something genuine with, something authentic with. It could be somebody that you've known from like childhood, and y'all got together, and now all of a sudden you're not so flattered by this person overstepping their boundaries. Now it's not so cute anymore because this person that you dealing with now, they not with the bullshit. They not gonna sit around and deal with that back and forth from somebody who should have already been irrelevant. Somebody from your past life that you should have been put boundaries up for. They're not sticking around while you try to figure that out, or while you just continue to let it happen, even though you're annoyed by it more so now than you are flattered by it. This new person is like, nah, that's not what I'm on. Like I'm grown, real grown. Somebody real grown, and they're not putting up with that at all. So that's the dilemma. Now let's get into the one by one. You look like you want something. You look like you want somebody, and people can see it. Your friends can see it, your family can see it, this person from your past can see it. The person that you want can see it. You look like you want this person. You look like you want to build. You look like you want to create. You want to call in love. You want to call in this passion, especially with the Queen of Staffs. You want this person. You want this person. You're motivated to act for this person, to move for this person. But with the Queen of Staffs in the second card position, it's like there's still a bit of this kind of finesse energy over you. You know what I'm saying? It's like um this can be for men and women. The Queen of Staffs is like very much so highly desirable. She's flattered by people falling at her feet and doing what she says with little effort on her behalf. This is an energy that you're kind of into. You like that. I feel like Taurus is comfortable in that energy of just being good looking, having people to submit to your will just because you look good, just because they like to be seen around you. It's like you have a lot of people that come and do things for you simply because of your presence. And maybe you are not even able to explain it, but it's almost like people just kind of submit to your will because you look good or because you have a suave walk or because you're a sweet talker, whatever the case may be, and you get a lot of your worth from that. So I feel like that is why you were kind of letting that energy of that person, still being stuck on you, flatter you, as opposed to checking it like the King of Swords should have or would have. But it's like now you're coming out of this Queen of Staffs energy, graduating to a King of Swords, and it's like, okay, you know, that's enough. Now you feeling like that's enough. And I feel like now you feeling like that's enough because you have this intimate, beautiful, solid connection up underneath it. That's what's motivating you to kind of grow up into that, okay, that's enough type of energy, when it's something that really should have been checked, because now it's becoming a burden. The fact that you have to check this person when it's something that should have been done a long time ago. Like this person has been like, they've really been coming after you and they've been doing a whole lot, and you realize that it's not healthy for a long time. But for some reasons, it may have something to do with self-esteem. I don't know. It may be a bit of like vanity on your behalf with that Queen of Staffs here. She's a bit vain. She is a bit vain. Um, it may have to do with that, but it's like it's overkill now. Like it's too much. Like the energy is kind of, it could be borderline stalkerish, or this person is getting to the point where they're starting to get more and more and more aggressive as they feel you pulling away from them more. They're starting to get more aggressive. Don't let it be a fatal attraction. That's all I'm saying. If you need to file that paperwork and get that old restraining order, you better go ahead and do it, because I feel like this energy is getting more and more aggressive. For a woman, it could be a man who's just really coming onto you a lot more stronger, like an ex that just won't stop coming after you. And it's getting to the point of harassment. For a man, it could be like a woman who is getting more and more and more so bitter that they start to try to do things that hurt you, whether it be keeping your child away from you, trying to get more money out of you, trying to just drain you dry, saying bad things about you, saying mean things about you, trying to make it seem like you're just this horrible person. You know what I'm saying? Maybe calling you a deadbeat dad, or like putting stuff on social media about you, just really doing the most. That's the type of energy that I'm feeling is getting more and more aggressive as you move further and further away from this person, because you have the Six of Cups here. And it's like you move away from them. Yeah, you may still have pretty good memories with that person and you try to be cordial with that person. All that's doing, that niceness that you still try to give this person, is feeding the fire. You still being nice to them is feeding the fire. It's still making them feel like there's a possibility that you guys could get back together, and it's causing their behavior to get crazier and crazier whenever you actually move away from them and towards a person that you really want to be with. Taurus, I'm trying to not see you on the news, okay? I need you to do something about this. It's not cute. It's not at all. I don't care how flattered you were at first. It's not cute. It's not. People get hurt. This is how people get shot. This is how men come after their wives and they end up killing them on some fatal attraction type shit. This is how people, ex boyfriends, kidnap them and do crazy shit. I need you to handle this energy. It's a lot. It's really a lot. In the fifth card position, there is a reuniting. Taurus, um, I hope you are not still getting with this person and like indulging them sexually. I really hope that's not the case because you are actually egging them on and becoming more aggressive. Like, even if you have this person that you really would want to be with, if this person, the person that you really want to be with, if they have, standards about themselves and, they have a certain way that they require you to be, they may not be flattered or entertained by the situation that you have going on. So they could quite possibly have walked. And this could be the energy of you wanting to reconcile with them and come back with them and just resume y'all's good relationships and that good energy that y'all had around each other. This can also be the reason why this person may have walked, a challenge to you creating this relationship that you want. The reason why this person may have walked is because you were still entertaining this person from your past. Whether you were being forthright about it or whether you were hiding it and the other person just kind of sensed it, you were still entertaining this person from your past or still entertaining a situation from your past. And for a small few of you, still may have been having like intimate relations with somebody from your past. Maybe because the other person was not giving it up yet, or the other person kind of distanced themselves when they realized that you had a prior situation that you had not fully dealt with. But when you come in and you dealing sexually with the person from your past who still has these strong feelings for you, whether it be because y'all got drunk together or you were drunk or you were under some type of influence, that's not a good enough excuse. I'm gonna need you to grow up a little bit. And I'm just real life talking to you because I love you. You're actually feeding the fire. It's making it worse. That is how fatal attractions are built. That you still dibbling dabbling with this person from your past that you know you don't want anymore, but kind of stringing their feelings along too. And I feel like the underlying reason about this is that you really don't know how to put up boundaries. Like maybe you didn't even want to deal with this person, hence the need to be drunk to deal with this person. But you don't have healthy boundaries up. You're going to have to put them boundaries up because you can't really expect to reconcile with the person that you really want to be with. And I'm feeling like there's some issues with communication between you two right now. Like the communication is off. The communication is off with the person that you keep dibbling dabbling with. The communication is off with the person that you really want to be with because you don't have your boundaries set in stone. You have not, risen to that King of Swords energy just yet. You're still kind of in that place of it being a little bit of vanity. You still just, even if you don't want to admit it, I feel like you're still a tad bit flattered by it all. You're gonna want to do something because that's how it starts. People, my boyfriend, he's stalking me. When he got you hemmed up by the neck, it's not gonna be cute. Ain't gonna be nothing cute about it. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? So like you have to come to that realization with this Two of Swords. I feel like it's a lot of things that you're just not dealing with. It's like you want to act like it's not happening. You want to just not deal with it because you don't want to admit that you were wrong or that you had any wrongdoing in this. But I'm going to need you to kind of come to grips with the situation and wake up a little bit. In this portal here, you have in this time that you in this portal, you going through today, the 3rd, you getting spit out on the 30th. I'm going to need you to like in that time have some real self-realization that happens here and kind of come to your senses and deal with these things. You're going to need to put up the boundaries. You're going to need to put up them boundaries, please. Because this don't look like it's going in a good direction. Really underneath it all is like you have this you kind of have this need for relationships. I feel like you may be afraid to be by yourself. Yeah, everybody talk that good game. I don't mind being by myself. I leave. Everybody talk that good game. But the telltale signs are in situations like this where you won't put up a boundary and completely cut loose somebody from your past. And you can say all you want to. They won't let me go. It's them that keep coming back. You keep entertaining it though. Three of Cups say you keep entertaining it. So it's like now you actually move forward and you have this person who you really do feel a genuine, intimate, eye to eye, soul to soul connection with. And it's problems between you and this person that you genuinely want because of something that should have been taken care of. Something that should have been taken care of. But I do feel like this connection right here, like I said, is causing you to finally want to graduate to that King of Swords energy and get a hold on it. Because it's like, that person ain't really dealing with it. This is like Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy here. They're the type of people that can love you, but can also be very much so detached. Also, with that Two of Swords that's surrounding it, they can love you and be detached, very much so. Um, and I actually feel like that is a thing that is attractive to you. I feel like you're attracted to that because you're almost used to people like kind of falling over your feet. So when you have that person who can just like, I love you, but I'm not gonna stay around for no craziness, and they be like, you know what, I'm good, deuces. I feel like that's attractive to you, and it's like you're attracted to this person's independence and to their ability to live and flourish and thrive without you. They don't have that neediness like the person from your past has, or the person from that past life who won't let you go. They don't have that neediness and dependency on you, and I feel like you're attracted to it. In the eighth card position, this is going to have to be the thing that transforms the person that you left in the past. You're going to have to go ahead and let them know that they're in the past and stop kind of leading them on. Like, you see how this person still has a cup and they're leaving a cup to catch up with them. It's like you still leave this person breadcrumbs. You still leave them crumbs so that they can find you. You still leave the lines of communication open so that they can be all in your current life. You're giving them too much power and authority in your current life. Whereas this person who that you really feel like you want to be with, and I really feel like this person is somebody you've met before, or y'all have some like ties to each other like childhood, or y'all have some like maybe y'all mamas knew each other and y'all were like play cousins or something in childhood, or something like that, something along those lines. Like maybe y'all grew up in the same neighborhood, went to the same elementary school, maybe y'all graduated from the same high school, that type of thing. The person that you do have that type of connection with, that needs to transform too. And the only way that that can transform is if you cut off and put up the boundaries on that past life, just like we talked about here in the Goddess Guidance. I do feel like you are ready for a newness. You're ready for a new love. You feel like you found a new love. You want to explore love with this person, this newer person. I do feel like you are ready to explore with this newer person, but it's gonna be some towers that come falling down before that can happen. So a lot of things are going to have to break down. It's probably going to be a lot of damage that happens in March. A lot of damage that happens in March. It's going to be a lot of anger. If you come forth to the person that you feel the Ten of Cups for and let them know about it, they may be angry with you for kind of stringing them along with this process or not telling them about it sooner. If you come forth to the person who you've been allowing to like kind of drag on in your life, it's going to be damage that happens. And all of this tower, the stuff that happens, all of that goes down as a result of you just kind of letting it linger and not dealing with it sooner. Had you dealt with it sooner and not been so flattered by it, then the tower moment would not be so big. But I feel like it's going to be like a big breakdown or a big fight, or a blow up. This person go off on you, they start like this social media campaign against you, or they come beating and banging down on your door. I feel like it'll be that type of energy. Somebody could end up in handcuffs. It could be that type of energy because you let it linger for so long. Okay. Ten of Cups, you let it linger for so long. You have to teach people that you have your boundaries. Basically, they can't come with you everywhere you go in life, especially if this is something from like years ago. I feel like this person that's trying to come back into your life, you were done with this person so long ago that you're not even the same person that you were back then. So yeah, for a first couple of years, you may have been flattered by it, but it's like now you're a completely different person, and you're like, I don't even want this anymore. Like, how do I completely let go of this? Is like I'm tired of it. How do I get this person out of my life permanently? It's gonna take a tower moment. It's gonna take that something big going down. It's gonna take something crazy happening, and just remember to protect yourself. Always protect yourself. Always stay safe. Look out for yourself. Do what you need to do. I don't mean to have you in fear here, but you know the extent of the situation much more than I do. I'm just feeling energies here. Just make sure that you're protected. You might want to go ahead and open up. Matter of fact, you might want to tell the person that you have this type of feeling for about it first before you go to the person and let them know, like, you know what, I can't. I gotta wipe my hands with you because you're gonna need somebody to know if you come up missing. Oh, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I always laugh with Taurus. I don't know what Taurus is funny to me. Taurus people always make me laugh. So yeah, you you're gonna need somebody to know if you come up missing, and the person that you have that genuine connection with, you probably need to go to that person and tell them what's going on before you go to that other person. But all in all, I feel like you're getting rid of a distraction here. It's like you're weighing your pros and cons. You're seeing which direction you want to go in life, and finally, just really paying attention to it. Finally, moving forward. Finally, taking action, being proactive about it. You're ending the distraction from this person in your past. The Seven of Cups is like you have all of this love that's coming to you. A lot of the love is from the person that you want to be with, but a lot, the other half of the love is from somebody that you are no longer even compatible with, somebody that you evolved away from a long time ago. And you're going to want to pick right. You study long, you study wrong. And you studied long enough, so you're already in the wrong. Oh, Taurus, I love y'all. I swear I do. You want to pick the right choice. You want to pick the right person. You want to invest your cups of love in the right direction. You know who that person is in the right direction, but you need to get that other person off of your back. You need to put these boundaries up and do it safely. Don't Okay. I can't tell you how to deal with this person because you know this person better than I do, but I will say this. You have to be stern with people, but don't be unkind because you have to remember and own up to the fact that you had a part in it. A part of being that king of swords is, admitting where you have been wrong too. And I'll tell you something else. You can heal people in the process of also, kind of getting onto people and putting up your boundaries by saying where you went wrong. If you come and put it on that other person, you need to leave me alone. You did this. I'm tired of you. You can't be in my life anymore. And you, and make that person feel bad and beat down in that way, that's going to lead to an even bigger tower moment. But if you do the tower moment with some love and say, okay, I understand I didn't handle the situation the best way I should have. I allowed things to linger longer than I should have. That's going to be that'll help heal the situation better. I think they'll be able to receive that better than just you making them seem like they're crazy when actually you gave them a reason to be more increasingly aggressive about their efforts to be in your life. So, Taurus, mm, I wish the best for you. I wish the best for you. I really do. I want things to work out for you. I want you to move forward and be happy. I want you to clip those dead ends and get people out of your energetic sphere who no longer have a place there, people that you evolved from. I want you to go ahead and get rid of that. And I wish you the best of luck. You have the universe's grace on your side starting today, moving through the 30th. You can get things squared away. Be open about what you're doing. Tell the person that you genuinely love about the situation with the person who you've allowed to be in your life. And then kind of get the person that you've allowed to be in your life, even though you evolved past them, you need to get them to get together too. Okay. So, best of luck, many blessings. Thank you for watching. Like the video if it resonated. Put down in the comments. Let me know if this person's stalking you. You know how they say you need to let somebody know before you go somewhere? Let me know. I want to look out for you. I want to pray for you. Okay. Thank you for watching. Bye.